Hey guys, DC here, and this is my review of Temple Run Puzzle Adventure for the Apple Arcade on the Apple TV. Alright, so we're on our title screen here. We're going to go ahead and click play. Game is loading up. Okay, so we're at an open doorway. We got a package from someone named Guy Dangerous. What's inside? I have my free cursor here. I have a mirror. Look before you leap is attached to it. Select to use mirror. Alright. No, this isn't right. I can't be back here. From Scarlet Fox. Oh, I'm glad to see I'm not alone. My name is Scarlet Fox, and you are? Okay, so that's my Apple ID. I like it. I wish we met under better circumstances. You must have got a mirror from Guy Dangerous as well. Whatever his reason, it can't be good. We call this world a Perion. Alright, so we gotta be on the move here. Alright, so this is a puzzle game. We're gonna be matching the jewels, make matches to collect jewels. Alright, so I know that this version of Temple Run is a puzzle game. As you know, Temple Run has many different renditions as I kind of click on these little amulets and crystals and things like that. This puzzle matching sort of formula is pretty it's pretty common within the Apple Arcade world here. So a lot of our puzzle games are these type of matching games, get 3 in a row type stuff. That's one thing I wish that we could get a little bit more diversity on. Just the other day, what have I been reviewing? Well, I'll start kind of with, not the other day, but a couple months ago, Simon's Cat. Very sort of similar, I guess, matching at least, or kind of the puzzle sort of dynamic where we're matching 3 in a row. Or kind of 4 in a row or 4 in a cube. So Simon's Cat has that incorporated within it. And just the other day, I also did Zookeeper World. Zookeeper World also has that same sort of matching, 3 in a row, 4 in a row, cube. Special power-ups can get rid of, multiple items, whatever it may be, matching items. So that is a form of the Apple Arcade has kind of been sucked into. So that's one thing as I kind of create the cube here. And yeah, so there is these special power-ups that'll get rid of more. You have specific items. In this case, they're gems. In Simon's Cat, I think it may be cats or whatever it may be. Zookeeper's World, there's animal icons, so that's one thing I want to see a little bit more diversity on. That's why I enjoy like a Forensic, which has a little bit of a different sort of formula when it comes to its puzzle sort of concept and puzzle approach. Tetris Beat, which was a little bit lackluster on its launch, but I know they've been doing some updates, so I need to go back and get back into my Tetris Beat just to see if they've kind of fixed some issues with their responsiveness and latency. But the puzzle sort of approach can be a little redundant in some of these games. Now, Temple Run originally was I don't know if you want to, I can't call it like a scroller, but it was a game where you're kind of running and jumping like a chameleon run type feel, but you know, you have just a different perspective. I think you're kind of facing forward. I think that was the very first kind of a puzzle, a temple run game in the whole universe, where you're kind of running, jumping, dodging. That was the first game, at least I played within Temple Run, kind of this series, but now it's kind of gotten into the puzzle world. And this is, you know, it's a puzzle game that we've all kind of played before, more or less. So, you know, I'm just looking for something different here and there with some of these approaches to puzzle games. So go ahead, do some matches here. What I will say about this, there is a little bit of, it looks like there's a little bit of a storyline they're trying to develop. I know Temple Run has never been too story heavy, but they are trying to make it more into like an adventure, at least this puzzle game. But yeah, I don't think there's anything that's gonna throw you for a whirl here. It looks like you do pick up additional characters as you kind of get through this jungle. This really does give me like the what am I thinking of? Jumanji, the Jumanji type feel. Being pulled into this universe. In Jumanji, they're pulled into the jungle through the latest Jumanji through the video game. So I'm talking about Jumanji, the second generation, or second rendition, whatever, the remake to Jumanji with Kevin Hart. But the character here, Scarlet Fox, you know, oddly resembles one of the female lead in Jumanji. The one that also is, she plays the oddly, you know, and this is a little bit of a tangent, but she plays the blue thing. The blue thing. If you're familiar with Avengers, or just the Marvel Universe in general is better, but the last couple of Avenger movies, kind of the ones with Thanos. Kind of, I can't think of her name right now, but kind of the blue fighter that's kind of like evil but also good at the same time. But that character, that actor in Jumanji plays the redhead. So Scarlet Fox in this, you know, looks like just like her. So I am just getting that sort of Jumanji type feel here. But yeah, if you've probably played puzzle games like this in the past, the Apple Arcade iOS is full of them, the matching games. I'm not super thrilled by the matching games. If you know that are puzzle games that are matching, and this gives you a little bit of adventure here. You know, that's why I kind of revert back to like a Forensic or a Tetris beat. But if you are a Temple Run fan, I guess this would be something that you can kind of pop in to kind of break it up, because I know Temple Run, just that whole sort of franchise, if you want to call it that, they've been offering a lot of different things. So they have a lot of different sort of, I guess, genres that they're kind of diving into here, if I'm not mistaken. So, and I know it was originally sort of like that sort of fast-paced sort of runner type game, race type game. And you do have, like in most of these match games, you do have that minimum amount of moves, and you are rewarded based on how many moves you have left over when you're able to kind of crack the puzzle, so to speak. Now, I haven't unlocked any of those special items there at the bottom. Looks like there is a pickaxe, cannon, firecracker type thing, arrows, and a magnet. But this game is colorful, it's bright. I think it's actually, when I compare it to like a Simon's Cat or a Zookeeper, at least the puzzle elements in those games, because a lot of these games are like a combination of puzzle casual, puzzle simulation, and when we look at like kind of Zookeeper world, this one is a lot more linear, straightforward. If I were just to compare the three, this one is a lot more straightforward, it seems to be. Alright, so I have to unlock this door. I have to collect 10 stars. So I guess I have to continue to play a few stages here. Open the stone door. Okay. No, but when I do a comparison between, and there's probably more games that I haven't even reviewed yet that exist that have the same sort of puzzle approach. 4 in a row, 3 in a row, cube, the T, whatever it may be. This one seems to be the most straightforward, so this would be a good sort of introductory puzzle game for like a younger gamer, a newer gamer, because the thing is with like Zookeeper World, there's a lot of like simulation kind of put into that game, so that may not be the best for a younger gamer when we're talking about just if you want someone that's able to just do puzzles and not have kind of a lot of other things competing within the game. So Zookeeper, even though they have like this puzzle element thrown into the game, which may be unnecessary in the cases of Zookeeper, who knows, but they do have a similar sort of puzzle concept thrown into it. With Zookeeper, there's a lot of simulation, so a lot of sort of a lot more imagination that kind of goes into like a game like a Zookeeper, where this is a lot more straightforward. There's no sort of simulation aspect where you're actually in the game or to make a design and architectural type decisions like you have with Zookeeper. So there's a lot more dialogue within Zookeeper as well. Same thing with Simon's Cat. It's a little bit more of there's more of a developed story with Simon's Cat. There's a lot more I'd say unique dialogue with Simon's Cat as well too. I put this again as being the most linear. Simon's Cat, there are slight choices that you're making within Simon's Cat and between those puzzles. There's not really too many unique choices. It looks like when you're between puzzles here, you're just kind of advancing forward through the jungle. So I don't think you're asking the gamer to make any sort of design choices or anything unique where it's gonna take a little bit of an imagination. This is very straightforward. So I will say that about this game. So this would be a good starter game. I probably, if you are into puzzles and are looking for something that's like the matching type of setup, I think Candy Crush is what kind of really made it popular. So a lot of games are kind of utilizing that formula. But I would start with this game actually. So I would start with like a Temple Run puzzle adventure, and then the next step up, I would say, if you enjoy this, then I would go to maybe like a Simon's Cat, which brings in more of a casual sort of, I don't want to say simulation, but there are sort of design elements that you kind of choose within Simon's Cat. something that has a little bit more unique dialogue, I think, where it's asking you to kind of think about what you would choose within a Simon's Cat. I'd move into that for the next puzzle game, or a game that has kind of this puzzle concept to it. And then I'd go to like a Zookeeper world if you were definitely like dead set on just kind of puzzle games. That's the kind of order I'd recommend. And you should be good from there. Now that's for puzzle games that are the matchy like this, 3 in a row, 4 in a row type games. Now beyond that, like a Forensic, which kind of breaks it up, where you're putting together these power discs in Forensic. Then I would probably move on to that, which is a whole different concept for puzzles, a very unique sort of approach. I'll go to Forensic. That is a little bit more difficult, I would say. Forensic, there's a little more, I guess sort of a push for time. I know Forensic, there's a lot of those stages. It's not based on your moves, but it's based on kind of a speed. So there is a lot more of a speed and time element with a Forensic over time. I'd go to there, and then the last puzzle game, from what I reviewed, because there's a lot in the arcade, but then I'd go to like a Tetris Beat, and I think they have made the updates. I just need to go back and check to see how that game feels. But if it is feeling the way that Tetris is supposed to feel at this point, then Tetris Beat would be my last choice. Kind of on your puzzle journey, as far as kind of difficulty. Now with Tetris Beat, that is again, we're not looking at much of a story line there. It's not an adventure. It's very pure. All the other games, even like Forensic, there is a little bit more of a storyline being developed there. Not a strong one, but there is a little bit more of a dialogue and kind of things like that tied into it. There's no real dialogue that's in Tetris Beat. It's very pure. Well, that is pretty much my review on Temple Run, Puzzle Adventure. My comparisons to the other puzzle games and matching games that are kind of fall within that same category. Again, this is being played on the Apple TV 4K second generation, if you're wondering. So it is smooth, colorful, bright, really crisp. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, you can't win if you don't play.